Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Today is Willie Mays' birthday. If you don't know who Willie Mays is, he is one of the first black players in Major League Baseball, and to many, he's considered the greatest baseball player of all time. Today, he is turning 84 years old, a very significant number. Ernie Banks died in January of this year, just a week before turning 84. 84 is a number connected to the United States of America. The gematria of United States of America sums to 84, and especially the current president, Obama. Obama in Jewish gematria equals 84. His birthday is August 4th. And with regards to Willie Mays, he's been spending some time with the president recently, and Ernie Banks himself was spending some time with the president just before he died. I want to show you how all these men are connected. Jackie Robinson, Willie Mays, Ernie Banks. It is quite revealing what we're going to look at, Truth Seeker, and it's also quite depressing. So, Willie's full name is Willie Howard Mays. Willie has a gematria of 34, but look at the lettering in it. The WI forms the 5-9. LL forms the 3-3, IE forms the 9-5. And of course, the number 59 and the number 42 is coded all over black Americans throughout the nation's history. Jackie Robinson, the first black MLB player, wore the number 42. Willie Mays wore the number 24, the reflection of 42. Willie Mays, number 24. So you see that 5995 coding? His nickname was the Say Hey Kid, which has a gematria of 59. No surprise. The name Willie Mays itself has gematria of 47. Jackie Robinson joined the league in the year 47. And 56. 56 is interesting because his birthday is May 6th, 5/6. His full name, Willie Howard Mays, has gematria of 80 and 89. Willie Mays was born 5/6/31. This date has numerology of 42. Again, Jackie Robinson wore the number 42. He wore the number 24, the flip. This is the number for the word nigger, the hateful word for black Americans. And that word in letters to numbers breaks down to 597759, has the double 59 coding. The Say Hey Kid. In South Africa, the equivalent of the word nigger is kafir, this word that has similar coding. Willie Mays was married for 42 years before his wife passed at the age of 74. His wife was May Louise Ellen. Quite curious. She died on a date with 56 numerology connected to Willie Mays and his birthday. 4 plus 19 is 23, plus 20 more is 43, plus 13 is 56. Recently, Willie Mays' home run record was tied by Alex Rodriguez. He tied him at 660. A-Rod did it at the age of 39. What's interesting about 660 is that the word president with English gematria sums to 660. It almost makes me wonder. With regards to Willie Mays turning 84, it reminds me of Ernie Banks, the first black Chicago Cub player. Again, Obama has connections to Chicago. Late last year, Obama presented Ernie Banks with a Presidential Medal of Freedom. Not long after, Ernie Banks died. And now let's look at Ernie Banks. The name Ernie kind of sounds like Willie, and it has this number sequence in it, 59595. It almost makes me wonder who really gave the names to these guys. You know? I want to know the truth about where Willie Mays and Ernie Banks and these guys came from. I suspect the people who gave them these names had ulterior motives. But anyway, Ernie's a name with 33 gematria. Banks is a name with 20 gematria. Ernie Banks sums to 53. Ernie Banks joined Major League Baseball in the year 53. At the time he died, Obama was 53 years old. He died on the date of January 20th, 2015. This is a date with 59 numerology. This number coded all over black men. The Say Hey Kid. Also has that sequence of 1, 2, 3, like the word conspiracy, January 23rd. They called him Mr. Cub, has a gematria of 21. Illinois is the 21st state. Ernie Banks looked very healthy just before he died. He did an interview. He was excited about meeting the president. Supposedly, he died of natural causes a week before turning 84. I suspect he was killed like so many others are. And again, Jackie Robinson, they put him in the number 42, the first ever black baseball player in MLB. Let's watch some historians talk about Willie Mays. The Say Hey Kid, don't forget it, 59.
The greatest all-round player, all-round that I have seen, is Willie Mays.
And May is the best player that I've ever seen.
I rate Mays as the best all-around player I ever saw.
Willie Mays, the best player that I've ever seen, I think, or broadcast for you, all around, no question in my mind. And I was fortunate enough to be with the Giants when Willie Mays broke in. He came up from Minneapolis, been hitting, I think, about 476 there. They brought him into Shive Park in Philadelphia. He began to take batting practice. We were all standing around, and it didn't take a genius to know that Willie Mays was going to be a great ball player.
Willie also had another factor that a lot of people may not remember, leadership. Willie was a very good student of the game of baseball. He could also steal bases. Vinegar Ben Mizell, who later became Congressman Mizell, was an outstanding pitcher and a lefty. And yet, Willie studied him so carefully and knew him so well that he could walk to second base on Mizell. It was kind of sad to watch the way that Willie handled Vinegar Ben Mizell.
He did start out rather slowly. He went 0 for the first 12. And then he got a base hit, and then he went 0 for another 12. And then they came back to the Polo Grounds, and Willie had a home run off Warren Spahn. And from then on, he was pretty much on his way. But Leo DeRocher called him in after he had slumped there in the early going and told him, said, "Don't worry about it, Willie. No matter what happens, you're going to be my center fielder. So just relax and play your game."
Well, who was any better defensively in center field than Willie Mays? Nobody. He could go back on the ball. He could charge a ball. He came in at Fenway Park here in 52 or 3 for an exhibition game for the Jimmy Fund. He and Pearsall had a throwing contest, and Pearsall hurt his arm for the rest of his career in that exhibition game. This guy had an arm, boy, I mean, he had a rifle for arm. Very accurate. He didn't take an extra base at Willie.
Willie Mays made some great catches, and I think the one that Willie thinks is the greatest he ever made. In fact, he told me that he thought so, and it happened in Pittsburgh in the early 1950s when I was broadcasting for the Giants. Rocky Nelson, a left-hand hitter, hit a line drive to left center field. Willie was playing center field. He saw he couldn't get it with his glove, so he reached out and caught that hard line drive with his bare hand. And he came into the dugout, and being a rookie, he got a little cold shoulder from his teammates who were kidding him about it. And he couldn't understand why nobody was giving him the applause and the adulation that this sensational circus catch deserved. So finally, he was beside himself, and he walked over to the end of the dugout to Leo DeRocher, his manager. And in that high, squeaky voice, he said, Leo, he said, didn't you see that? I just made a great catch. And Leo paused a little bit, then he looked up and he said, Willie, I didn't see it. Go out and do it again next inning.
Mays was just a tremendous player. He turned the World Series in 1854 around with one catch.
Well, Russ Hodges and I did that World Series together for NBC, and I happened to be on mic when Mays hit that ball. The pitcher was a little lefty from Mount Carmel, Illinois, named Don Little. And the batter, of course, was Vic Wirtz. That's hit. It's deep. It's way deep out there. It's going to go. It's way out there. Mays is on his bicycle, but he caught it. I called it an optical illusion. I said, I don't believe he really caught it. I think I imagined it. But Mays, I'll tell you something, he caught up with that ball somehow, just somehow. That had to go in the books, and I guess is still considered the #1 catch in World Series history.
All right, so a little history on Willie Mays. My dad, a big baseball fan, he also thinks Willie Mays is possibly the greatest player ever. If he had to say anybody else, it'd be Roberto Clemente, who also died in curious fashion in a plane crash while doing charity work. With regards to Willie, he got to meet Obama right after he was elected president. Let's watch that little interview. Minute 33. It's like the Gematria White House.
Good to see you again. How are you? Come on in for a second. It's good to see you again. You look good. I'm so proud, and I can tell you because I don't tell you. I can't follow myself because what happened to me over the years when I was about 14, coming from Birmingham, and just so well, tonight they said, okay, number 15. Okay, remember, I didn't go to bed until maybe 7:15. So he was gone. Just so proud. Well, that's just what I appreciate you there. Yeah. Well, let me tell you, you helped us get there. If it hadn't been for folks like you and Jackie, you know, I'm not sure that I'd ever get elected to the White House. I didn't think so. The spirit you play the game, how you carried yourself, all that really makes a difference. And change people's attitudes. That's good. Absolutely. So you played a part in it. Now here we are on Air Force One. That's all right.
Oh, old Obama. The only reason he's there is because he was put there. Stooge. Let's also watch Ernie Banks, who died earlier this year, talking about meeting the president. This is what I worry about with Willie Mays. I think he has the same fate coming as Ernie.
And joining us now from the White House East Room, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Mr. Cub Hall of Famer Ernie Banks. Mr. Banks, thank you so much for being with us. Give us your thoughts on this incredible day.
It was very much so incredible. I'm just overwhelmed by this day here. To be with all these people, to be with the president, and to have this award passed on to me is certainly a great joy. I mean, it's something I'll never forget.
You were the Cubs' first black player by way of the legendary Kansas City Monarchs in the Negro Leagues, and you dealt with racism on your way up. Today, the nation's first African-American president awarded you the Presidential Medal of Freedom. It must be a remarkable moment, not just as an American, but also as a black American.
That's correct. And what I did with him today, I'll let you know a little secret. I presented him with the Jackie Robinson bat. And Jackie Robinson was my idol, as you know, and he was the first black to play in the Major League. So my life is really in a happy moment to be with Jackie Robinson, who was my idol as a player.
Well, that's incredible. Just so you know, I share your view on Jackie. My son is named after Jackie Robinson. He is an incredible man. But why give? That must mean more to you than giving the president something of your own, I would think.
Well, it means a lot, you know, because he's the president, you know, Barack is from Chicago. I met him there. He was a senator. And I just feel like I know him, that he's my brother. And the same thing with Jackie. I just feel I knew them. I mean, my brother, that I could talk to them. They could understand what I was saying. And that's what I did today with Barack. Just talk to him like I'd known him for years.
Well, that's incredible. So President Obama alluded to this famous remark of yours, but tell us the story of Let's Play 2.
Well, it's very simple. It was a bad day in Chicago, and I came into the locker room, and I was feeling great. And I said to all my teammates, it's a beautiful day. Let's play 2. That Billy Williams and Fergie Jenkins are here with me today in Washington, so we're talking about that. So that was a time of my life that I was really excited about going to Wrigley Field. We played all-day games. We had no lights in Wrigley Field, and I was just so happy. That's what I said. It's a beautiful day. Let's play 2. I was saying,
True Seeker, I just want to let you know the gematria of Let's Play 2 is 42. What do we know about 42? Kind of like the Say Hey Kid.
that today. It's a beautiful day. Let's play 2.
What a great spirit. Presidential historian Michael Beschloss today tweeted a photograph of your scouting report from 1953. Let's put that up. It talked about your ability.
And let's remember the name Ernie Banks equals 53. Joined the MLB in 53. As you can see in this interview, he is full of life. He's happy. He's excited. He's grateful. He died shortly after this.
All around, outstanding arm, good hitter, served 2 years in the military, has good habits. Which major league player, both in ability and character, most reminds Ernie Banks of Ernie Banks?
Just good habits.
Is there anyone out there playing today that reminds you of yourself in any way?
Yes. And he played in New York, and his name is Derek Jeter.
Oh, really? How did he remind you of yourself?
He plays shortstop, which I played.
Right.
He's very into the game. He knows how to play the game. He's very alert. And his main thing, like mine was, winning and going home. That was it. Winning and going home. That was it.
Last question for you, sir. Did you say anything to the president, who's a White Sox fan, to try to convert him from the south side to the north side?
No, I didn't try to. I just told him I admire him because he's like me. I was loyal to the Cubs. He's loyal to the White Sox. So we're loyal. And he said, oh, yeah. I said, yeah, we both are loyal to the teams that we follow and we love.
All right, Hall of Famer, Medal of Freedom recipient, Ernie Banks. Thank you. God bless you. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
With regards to Obama liking the White Sox also has a gematria of 42. So that's pretty much the extent of the message, True Seeker. Happy birthday, Willie Mays. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he lives a lot longer. But with the sick stuff going on in this world, it's a little bit concerning for him. So, again, I hope I'm wrong. But there's no doubt I'm right about this. Some really sick stuff. Coding in the names, the jersey numbers, the dates. The black hatred, the black abuse. We got to get this word out, Truth Seeker. All right, until next time.